Well, I want to bring in Ashley Davis in this because, look, the U.S. Navy just sent this patrol aircraft through the Taiwan Strait. China says it tracked the American aircraft through the transit. I mean, this is a little disconcerting here, Gordon. And this is ahead of this Trump-Xi meeting with Taiwan, remaining one of Beijing's biggest flashpoints with Washington. You know, Taiwan's president is pushing this defense budget of more than $30 billion, you know, saying this is peace through strength. I mean, you have to ask yourself, Gordon, if Taiwan is realizing that they're more alone than they thought they would be, because maybe the United States is involved in other theaters around the world right now.
Yes, Taiwan is more alone, but China right now is not prepared to actually launch hostilities with an invasion of the main island of Taiwan. Xi Jinping doesn't trust his generals and admirals. The Chinese military is not ready. Now, China can very well back itself into a war, and that's not a low probability event. But the United States, by sending that aircraft through the Taiwan Strait, that's important because we believe, and the rest of the world believes, that's international airspace. The Chinese believe that the Taiwan Strait is theirs and theirs alone. And the thing is, it's not just Taiwan. We're seeing this in the South China Sea, East China Sea. China, in the beginning of June, made essentially a claim to parts of the Pacific Ocean as sovereign Chinese water. The Chinese are just not stopping, and I think President Trump understands that. Yes, this does look scary, but the point is we're going to have to stop them unless we want to give them Hawaii, California, and perhaps Kansas.
Yeah, no, that's Gordon. I agree with you. Ashley, jump in here.
Yeah, Gordon, you know, you might have had this conversation before. I just get so frustrated that this anti-AI rhetoric has taken over our country, and actually the anti-AI backing is winning politically. And how do we look what China's doing? They're so far ahead of us, or they're going to be so far ahead of us. They're very far ahead of us on robotics, and they want to use that against us. How do you think we change this conversation?
Yeah, that's a great question. And the answer is only when we have a realistic assessment of China are we going to understand the danger. Now, we just had that big data center in Georgia postponed or at least canceled because of local opposition. We're just going to have to figure out a way to do this. Now, we have actually a big lead on data centers. In June, we had 5,427 of them. China had only 449, which gives us that big advantage on compute. But we will lose that because China will build out data centers, and we can't stop that pace. So the American public has got to understand that this is an existential struggle. It's unfortunate that this is the way it is, but China made it that way. Xi Jinping is absolutely determined to take over our country. It's not just a question of competing with us. If you listen to his rhetoric, he has made it very clear that there is no place in his world for the United States, especially his comments in May when President Trump was standing next to him. Xi Jinping was very clear that he intends to take over.
Well, and Congresswoman Kat Cammack from Florida was with me on the program last week, and she said that people in Florida, voters, need to wake up to the fact that this is China behind this pushback on these data centers. And she wasn't the only member of Congress that made that statement on this program last week. She was one of three, actually, but she really brought that home to our attention last week. But let me ask you real quick here about the Iran situation before we go, Gordon, because they are a key player in the Iran conflict. They say they're actively committed to promoting peace talks, but then at the same time, they're managing the weather, the Iran oil shock. They're still buying oil from Iran. We talk about those, teapot refineries. The Wall Street Journal reports that it cut its crude imports by nearly 50%, but they used inventories. They reduced refinery activity, but still, China is finding a way to still pay Iran for oil. Your thoughts?
Yes, well, we'll find out in a few hours from Secretary Bessent because he promised the toughest economic sanctions in history. But unfortunately, on Friday, he gave an interview that indicated that he's going to give China a pass because he said, quote, many conversations are best held in private when asked about China. We can't play from the same playbook that we've used for decades because it hasn't worked for us. And we're going to see a test of will. If Secretary Bessent imposes sanctions on Chinese companies, but especially on Chinese banks, then we've got something. If he doesn't, it really means that the Trump administration has submitted to China. So we're going to find out a lot at 1:30.
I think Treasury Secretary Bessent, I believe, we'll see. I have a feeling he is going to point to China simply because he wrote in the Financial Times this morning, Iran's enablers purchase and transport its petroleum. They facilitate the flow of its finances through exchange houses and free trade zones. He goes on in this piece about the enablers of Iran. And that's Russia and that's China. Gordon, it's always great to have you on the program. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Cheryl, and I hope you're right.
Yeah, I hope so too. We'll be right back. You never know. Stay with us, everybody.